Hello tacticians, if you are looking for the way to 100% Tanksmasha's quest, then you are in the right place. Now, not all of you are subbed, but it really would help me out if you do click that sub button below, but I get it if you don't. However, for every 1,000 subs I do get, I get to give out more character shards, so, there's always that to think about. Anyway, you're here to see how to get all the points. Let's go have a look. Uncommon 1, you can't use anyone with Crushing Strike or Explodes, so basically these three characters. With Gibber Scraps, summon in the Grot tank above and he'll shoot 1, and make sure you move Tanksmasha all the way over and he should be able to kill that one. And you can leave Snotflogger here purely because he's not in range of anyone. The tank should kill the one furthest away, and it's just a simple case of mopping up whoever's left. Common 2 means no summons, and whilst a lot of the orcs can summon, it normally needs their ability to do so. So basically it means no Snotflogger. I'm starting by killing these 3 Necrons, and if you use a danger zone, you should see that you can put Gibber Scraps here and heal. The Necrons will have their turn, obviously coming in, and again, if we just move here and use Daka, we'll kill 2. We should be able to kill this one with Boss Golgorts, and of course, make sure you heal again. Move Tanksmasha to a good position so he doesn't get shot and can charge in next turn, and finish off the last Necron. Common 3 means we can't heal or repair, but it looks like we're allowed to pick up these power-ups. So I'm going to put Snotflogger here, and I'm going to kill, hopefully, this one. Excellent. And use Snotflogger's ability to summon in 5 Grots. Oh no, only 4. I can then issue a Wah here. And I'm going to put Snapper Wrecker on this health buff, as I'll be able to move here, and even though he's injuring himself from firing, he should be okay. And Tanksmasha, we will run the risk of just running up and killing this one. So there's now only 2 Necrons left. They obviously focus on those summons, and our summons, not quite. Let's see how far we can get with the rest of them. Ah, there you go. Easily done. Uncommon 1 means no mechanics and no one exploding. So with Boss Golgorts here, you should be able to initiate the Wah and just run in and do a bunch of damage. And your boys will run in too, and hopefully do some as well. Now, we're hoping that the boy here is actually going to draw their fire, which he does, and then they will kill off, only one of them, but I'm sure you've got more than enough firepower to kill off the last one. Uncommon 2 basically means you can't use Boss Golgorts, so starting at the top, move Snapper Wrecker up to attack here. If you're lucky, you'll kill him. If you're not, he'll still be alive, or resurrected. Summon in the Grot tank on the ice, and that'll take care of 1 swarm. Tanksmasha moves all the way to the top because you want him away from this swarm, and Snotflogger moves down. You can then move Tanksmasha across to kill this one. And what will happen if this swarm moves up, you move him back to pick up the health power up afterwards, as the Grot tank will kill this swarm. So we can safely move the Gibber Scraps and Snapper Wrecker down, and obviously remember to heal up. And just attack the swarm, making sure you can summon in a Grot somewhere. Then move Snapper Wrecker here, and you'll be able to use his Daka targeting the Scarab Swarm, and depending on which side he kills, and assuming it doesn't resurrect, you'll have to decide where to put Tanksmasha. But before we get there, we need to obviously heal up. Look at your danger zone, put Tanksmasha in a decent place, and there you go. Uncommon 3 is the simple case of taking no damage. So start with Boss Golgorts and charge into the nearest Necron. Your 2 boys should charge up and do some more damage, and Snotflogger can join the team and do even more. The idea is we're flooding this side with summons that they can attack. Snapper Wrecker can kill another one, and if you're lucky it won't come back. And we can summon in the tank on the ice to shoot one more. There should be enough summons to distract the enemy. Then if you can shoot anyone with Snapper Wrecker, make sure you do that and then heal him up. Move Boss Golgorts into one of the Necrons. You should be able to move Tanksmasha and finish this one off with Snotflogger. And by all means, move Snapper Wrecker forward. We've got plenty of time to cure him. The summons get attacked by the enemy, and then your summons clear everyone up. Rare 1 basically restricts it to these 3 characters, and if you enable the danger zone, you should just be able to move Boss Golgorts forward 1 and just skip your turn. You don't even need to move them forward 1 because they'll come close enough to you. Although, before you announce the Y, you'd want to move someone out of the way. Y with Boss Golgorts. Kill off whichever spare Necrons you want. And then you should find the last one just dies. Rare 2 has the restriction of no ranged weapons, so send Snotflogger in to kill him, and then with Tanksmasha kill the next one. Move up with Gibberscraps and summon in your tank. The enemy will go after the Grot and make a very nice line indeed here. Tanksmasha can then move back for a bit of a run up before you smash them all. Kill this one up here. Move up with Snotflogger and summon in the runts. Then it doesn't really matter who they target because your summons will do the rest. Rare 3 means no physical weapons, which means no Gibberscraps, which means no repairing for our mechanical units. Tanksmasha can kill one at the bottom, and Snapper Wrecker moves up to get the health power up. Boss Golgorts, with plenty of space around him now, can announce the War and kill one and shoot another. And Snapper Wrecker can possibly kill a third, which came back to life for me. Now, Boss Golgorts does take some damage here, which isn't the end of the world, as we are going to send him up to pick up this up here. Now, we're in a great position here. Snapper Wrecker is still on maximum health. We can kill this next turn, and we got Tanksmasha here who can run over and kill. So, let the enemy have their turn. Our summons actually killed him. Boss Golgorts can go and grab the health power up. We're going to attack the Destroyer with Snapper Wrecker, and then we should be able to kill it with Tanksmasha. Rare form doesn't allow the use of any Crushing Strike, which is basically Snapper Wrecker, so as always, summon in the troops and charge one of the Necrons at the back, and your troops will run in as well. Snotflogger can go in and kill another. We'll even put Gibberscraps to here and summon in our tank. We're not going to rush in with Tanksmasha, we can't actually heal him up, so we want to make sure other people who can be healed are targeted first. So we saw an attack on Boss Golgort, so I'm only going to step him forward 1 and treat it as if he was injured and heal him up. Target the Necron. And we've got 2 turns left, so we're going to go on to here and summon in a Grot, which means, oh, it just kills him. But he could have been taunted, which meant he did no damage, which means we win.
Rare 5 restricts you from using any summons. However, it will allow you to take in all 5 orcs. So, to make sure that you get the points, you have to purposefully remove Snotflogger.
With all that said, we need to start killing Necrons, so let's do just that. Alephanol always comes down and attacks the lower one, so that's why I put Tanksmasha there. He's a bit more tough. And Boss Golgorts comes back to attack one swarm. And by putting Gibberscraps here, you will be able to kill the other swarm. Because of the Get Stuck In trait, because he's surrounded by 2 or more orcs, he does extra hits. We then move to the top and attack Alephanol, which should lead to its death. And as you can see, we have got a lot of damage, but that's fine. Attack the other Necrons, ideally killing one if you can. Grab a health power up, with not just Tanksmasha, but with Gibber Scraps as well. And before you repair Snapperacca, you should be able to use the Daka to finish those two off, and then repair. Remember, the repair has to come afterwards, otherwise Snapperacca will damage himself. Attack one of the Necrons, and you should hopefully be able to finish him off with a charge from Tanksmasha, but if not, you've got the shield, it's not all over, you can move in on the final turn and kill it. Epic 1 means you can't heal or repair, so you're going to need Boss Golgorts and Snotflogger. And of course, start by announcing the war, bringing in more summons, getting a nice power up for Boss Golgorts and killing loads. Then I kind of got lucky here as one came back, summoning your summons to do some damage, and, well, just come up the back with Tanksmasha. Now, all the Necrons should target your summons, and yes, one of them did pick up a power-up, which is not ideal. So target the first one, managed to kill it. Target the second one, didn't quite kill it, but Boss Golgorts saves the day with his shots. Epic 2 means you can't bring in Boss Golgorts. So, well, what we do, we'll start by killing a Necron. Move up and summon in your summons, and with Tanksmasha pick up the hits power up, as you're going to need that to probably take out these two Ophidian Destroyers. Carry on killing Necrons over here. And make sure you're not standing next to any Ophidian Destroyers. Didn't really want him to get hit. We're going to have to be very careful with Snotflogger now. Let's start by getting the heal and doing one. And we should be able to use the Daka to kill these two. And of course, heal up. Now, I've said this before, you've got to be careful with Snapperacca if you're using him, because if you attack when he's on full health, he will lose some health. So hopefully, Tanksmasha's got enough to get the job done. Epic 3 means you can't take any damage, and you might be wondering, well, what's the point of the healing power-ups? Well, quite frankly, once you get rid of the Scarabs, Tanksmasha can run up onto a heal power-up, and look, he gets a very useful shield. Boss Golgorts can shoot at the one over here, and we'll finish it off with a Snapperacca, because his damage doesn't count, thankfully. So you'll see them all come in, but no actual damage is done because of those shields. We'll move down with Tanksmasha to make sure this one dies. We will use Snotflogger to kill Thutmose. We'll move into range with Snapperacca and call Daka just to make sure a couple get damaged, and then heal up. Finally, call the Wa with Boss Golgorts. They'll retaliate against the boys, and the boys finish the job for us.
And finally, the Legendary, where you can't take any damage, and I think I'm on the cusp of the minimum of what is required to do this, as it did take me a few attempts to do with this setup. You saw me go in with a while with Boss Golgorts, and of course follow up with Snotflogger, and his grot will appear up there. Then push up with everyone else on the left-hand side. All the summons will literally take all the damage and try and get more damage on them. If your Boss Golgorts is higher than mine, then brilliant. Your boys shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. Summon in the Grots so that you taunt the nearest Necrons, and of course give more opportunity for the Necrons to attack your summons. Move up with Snapperacca and of course heal him up. His damage still doesn't count, thankfully. The Necrons will certainly focus on all of your summons, and as you can see, that shield on Boss Golgorts really saves him from being damaged. Carry on killing at the top with Snotflogger and focus on the Necrons as well. Let the enemy have their turn. Again, they'll be focusing on those summons, and that shield around Boss Golgoth's again, taking all the damage. Snotflogger almost finishes up at the top. Tanksmasha kills off the Destroyer. Then we move on to the final turn, and the Grots win it for us.